Hi everyone and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter and I'm joined with a full set today. Mario,
What's up, guys?
Connor,
Hey everyone.
and the man with the hat, Alan Malden.
What's up, MFers?
We're going to talk about Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Connor, God, that
They've been really bad the last couple of days, sorry.
Yeah.
I've had like full-on attacks of like 20 in a minute.
I had him earlier today. It was bad.
You're scared?
Every time.
Terrified.
It happens occasionally, and I'm like,
I never
"God damn it,
get
I've been-
scared 'cause I
I'm
don't
hanging out
think I
with
get
Connor
him.
too much on Skype.
I don't never get more than like 3, and then it just goes away.
Yeah, I tend to like
Bastard.
it. I get a handful maybe when I get them, and then they just go. But we're here to talk about Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Season 3, Episode 13. It's called Parting Shot. And full spoilers, as always, for the episode. So, I didn't think they would do this so soon.
No.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I was really upset. And, you know, it was kind of like... there was nothing about it was really that emotional, but that final scene in the bar really was determined to get a man tear out of me.
Yeah, had the music going and everything.
It was trying its hardest. It was that classic thing where they can't go up and just say anything to them because the whole thing is that they have to appear to not be in contact with spies.
Yeah.
Although part of me asked the question, but there might be secret spies anyway, so couldn't they just be secret about it? But hey,
Yeah. I don't know that person I'm just staring at for 15 seconds, though.
yeah.
I don't know them, I swear.
It was a really nice scene though. I really liked how they were all sending the drinks and then they all had this quiet moment when the music was swelling up. It was a good scene.
Yeah.
It's kinda
was
long.
pretty good.
I think it was a little cheesy. Could have been television a little bit.
I don't mind a little bit cheesy.
It was a good idea, and it was just it was a little bit too long.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. My heart was in it, so I have no complaints. No complaints. Mario, of course, has a lack of feeling for things, so he has a harder time connecting to this sort of thing than we do. However, the rest of the episode, I thought the Inhuman that was like the villain of this one, who was trying to assassinate the Prime Minister of Russia, I thought was pretty cool. Is he from the comics?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, no, there were no. I didn't think it was a reference to anyone specifically.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But he could like control his shadow independently, and it would sort of like form like a shadow person to fight people.
It almost seems like a Goosebumps like novel or something.
Yeah, it
Or
was.
something out of that.
Yeah, a little bit. It was
Well, it
cool
reminded
though.
me of The Mummy, and then Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. But
Yeah, sure. I loved Hunter and Bobby on this, but especially Hunter when he was being interrogated, and it kept cutting back to him, and he just kept like continuing his recipe for mushroom
that
soup.
was so good.
He's like,
It's like as soon as they ask for his name and he just says it with that grin, it's like, I know where this is going.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, you want to know my secret?
what's that?
Chicken bouillon.
Yeah, that's
So good.
That was part of what made the ending so sad, though. Is like the episode like just it ran home why I love these two, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
they're leaving now, probably.
That was the thing last week from the ending. We knew this was going to be an episode focused on them,
Yeah.
but I don't think we realized that it was going to be their last one. It makes sense in hindsight because obviously they'd have had to go off and shoot the pilot.
Yeah, and I think I read an interview on CBR, and that's pretty much what they said. At this point is where they left, and they didn't want them to just disappear for 2 or 3 episodes, and then
Yeah.
just come back and be like, "Oh yeah, they were over here the whole time."
Yeah.
That said, I can almost see them popping up again at the end of the season before their show starts.
Yeah. Well, in the interview, they asked, one of the last questions was like, is there any chance that they'll be coming back? And they said they don't want to bring him back so easily because it was such a like touching moment for that for the other characters, so they don't want to just have them pop back up. But I think the reason they also said no, they didn't say no to that, is that they don't know if they're going to be picked up for like 13 episodes, 22 episodes. They don't know what it's going to be yet.
Yeah, because if the
It
other
hasn't
show
actually been ordered yet.
if the other show doesn't get ordered or gets cancelled, they can always come back. But I do think that there might be like a moment in the final or something where the chips are down and like because things are so serious, like someone calls them in.
Yeah, I can imagine
Someone
that.
comes
I
in.
also
'Cause-
imagine that we'll see a lot of Coulson in the show. Like,
Yeah.
and relating those characters over there just to kind of keep it connected.
Yeah. Well, someone will at least be eating like mushroom soup or something.
No, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
I really liked this episode.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
I,
Like, the first one they land, like they were actually on location, I think they transitioned to a set, but at first, or at least there was somewhere with snow and it just looked better. It looked like a
I
little
was
movie.
ready to debate that they actually went to. You just meant they were actually out in the snow. That's fine. I was like,
Yeah, I didn't actually mean that they were in Russia. I just meant that there was. Yeah, they at least tried to make it look like they were somewhere else
yeah.
instead of a set. So and it just looked really good. I really liked the tone.
Actually, do you know
Yeah.
what else I had fun with? Just a fun sort of little casual thing they had going was like Bobby's like, okay, who else speaks Russian? And like everyone else is like, not me. And I loved it when like Sky's like on a computer and she's trying to like hack it and she doesn't know what she's doing because everything's in Russian. She's like, right, the one who looks like New Hampshire but with legs, that's D.
I actually really appreciated that they showed her hacking again. I feel like they've kind of forgotten that aspect of her character that was so strong in the first season. And
Yeah,
it was like her entire thing, and now she never touches a computer really that we see.
Yeah, and when she does, it almost seems like she's really happy to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like going back
You
to her
know,
old skill set.
so-
Yeah.
yeah.
But that said, there were still scenes of her in this one like taking out dudes like left and right.
Yeah, which obviously I'm just as happy to see because that's awesome. But
Yeah.
I like that they haven't completely forgotten the hacking stuff.
Right.
They also introduced Gideon Malik's daughter at the end of this one. That was the post
Yeah.
scene. Do we have any like the Marvel guys? Is there any inkling for anything she'll represent from the comics or?
I don't really know her.
Not that I can think of. I mean, I don't really know where they're going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that she'll just be kind of like daddy's little girl, I guess. But
I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's going to have some kind of relationship with Ward, since she's asking about him, and she's, not exactly bad looking. Just saying. I'm sure that's going to be a thing that'll come into play at some point.
First thing that Mario noticed.
Hey, man, she's pretty hot.
It was funny because when she came out of the scene, I wasn't sure how they were going to go with it. Like, when he said daughter, I was thinking, right, is she going to be aware of everything he's doing? Like, I thought it might be like she's not aware that he's this evil guy, but then they immediately
Right.
start talking about what he's doing in Hydra, what Ward, or Hive's up to, and I want to meet him. And I was like, okay, right, so we're getting a proper like secondary bad character now.
yeah.
Who seems to be able to shoot, so I am going to guess it's someone who can actually have a fight with someone later. So maybe May, or someone who can actually
Someone who can take a bullet as well.
yeah, someone who can go toe to toe with some of the good characters to give them a foe. So that's cool.
He'd also be a secret warrior, because in the books, all of them are sons or daughters of villains.
Oh really?
That's
So
true.
here she is the daughter of a villain.
Very good.
Good point.
One little scene I want to point out actually that I really liked was the conversation that Hunter and May had, where she brings up she sort of brings up why she doesn't trust him that much, and it goes back to that stuff in the first half of the season where he basically took a run at Ward, even though it meant putting her husband or ex-husband in danger.
Yeah.
And I liked that callback because I hadn't forgotten about it per se, but I'd kind of we had the break and then we came back. Like a lot of the first half of the season was kind of out of my head.
Yeah.
So when she brought it back,
Plus,
on,
it was really fast too.
yeah,
Yeah, that whole storyline feels like a completely different season.
Yeah.
it does. It feels like it's been split into 2 seasons. But when she brought that up, I was like, oh yeah, like that completely justifies why you are so cold to him right now. Like, I get it. And then and then him saying like, and everything he said as well felt true and in character. But neither of them came out as a bad guy to me. Like I felt like I could see both of their points of view. And
Yeah.
Hunter was is like regardless of whatever, I'm sorry. Like because for his actions, like I don't. Ultimately, the mission is expendable. I will save the person standing next to me. Whereas May's no, I will sacrifice the person next to me because the mission is what's important. And I completely get both sides of that.
I think that's a sign of strong writing, where you can have
Yeah.
characters opposing complete opposite sides, and then there's no clear right choice.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I wanted to point that out because I thought it was a really well done scene, and both characters came out of it looking quite good. So, hopefully we see Hunter and Bobby before the end of the season, but hopefully they get their show and we get lots of them.
Just imagine a show with just them two.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fun.
Awesome.
I need that in my life.
Yeah.
Especially after this episode, I was like, this is gonna be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's all I could think the whole episode. Is like, I can't wait for their show.
Yeah. So no, that's great. So we had a lot of fun with this week's Shield. So that's this week's Agents of Shield.